Hello adventurers, and welcome to a first on our channel, Up for Adventure. We're gonna actually do a packing vlog. Is that what you call it? Packing vlog.
So we are getting ready to sail on the Disney Dream.
Disney Dream.
We are so excited. We're doing a Merrytime cruise.
Number 24.
And so we thought that it would be fun to just do a few like packing tip highlights, if you will, pointers, whether it's your first or your 24th or your 100th Disney cruise. There's always things to learn about and good reminders to have when you're sailing. So.
And what we're also going to include in this video is we were approached by a company called Level8, which makes suitcases, to review their suitcases and then do a little vlog. So we're going to do a little one now, show you kind of what it is, tell you a little bit about the suitcase itself, and then we'll show you, because we're also going to do a first like pre-boarding video, whatever you call it. So we're going to do a lot of firsts here, and then we'll kind of show you once we got the stuff in it, all of that. So that said, let's unpack this. Well, before I start, this is the Grace luggage set. It comes in a 28, 24, and 20. You can buy them individually, so you don't have to buy them in a set, but this is kind of really how we travel. I mean, we usually, now we're gonna take more because it's a 5-day cruise, but we usually end up taking a large one and then a smaller one and then a carry-on or something. So we'll just see how that works out to our needs, but of course you can get whatever you want. But this is the Grace luggage set. We got blue. And one of the things that caught my eye, now a lot of different luggages have swivels, but this is a 360 swivel wheel, which really does come in handy when you're moving things around. But also it sort of highlighted its ergonomic handle, because sometimes when you have those handles and you're pushing it or you're wheeling it, the handle's off balance or however it's placed in the suitcase, and it tips over and it's not very friendly. So we're gonna test that puppy out. So that said, let's unpack this thing and then we'll do some packing tips. All right, so we got it open. There's the name, Level8, and let's take our blue Grace set out here. All right, so let's come take a look at this.
So I already like that this comes in a like protective, look at that, it's got like a protective
Clearly
cover.
all the other three are in there. Oh, geez, Christmas. That's pretty fancy. Put this back.
That's nice.
All right. So here are the 3 luggage sets, and I can already tell some cool features here that we'll explore a little bit later. But again, 28, 24, and then the 20. So we'll come back and explore a little bit of those a little later, but right now, take it away, my sweetheart, with some packing tips.
All right, so part of the fun and excitement of getting ready for a Disney cruise is like the packing, at least if you're like me. I like to plan things out ahead. This is a themed sailing. We are going to be on a Merrytime cruise, so that's going to be a Christmas themed cruise. We have lots of little fun things planned. We're getting to sail with some very good friends. It'll be their first cruise, so we're looking forward to sharing all of those daily vlogs with you guys moving forward. But I don't have all of the things here because a lot of them are already packed up, but we're going to be doing some spoilers, Christmas jammies. We have some really cute embarkation shirts we're going to wear. We're going to get to see Santa. So these are things if you're going to do a themed sailing like a Pixar Day or Halloween on the high seas that you can prepare for in advance. I have a lot of first-timer tips and even return cruiser tips now from things that I've learned. We went on our very first cruise in 2013 on the Fantasy, and so since then I've been adding to the must-pack list, whittling some things down, but I think all of these things are really helpful tips for sailing. So first and foremost, door decor is a huge thing. Helps to find your room, but it's also just part of the fun. So we always do door decorations. We like to get magnets for our sailing. So a few of ours that we usually take on the ship, you can get stuff off of Etsy. You can print and download your own, but they're super fun. These are just ones we've had for a long time. We have them for each of us. Some of our favorites. I love Up, so Tim and I have Carl and Ellie, and then Brielle's got Marie, and Keegan's got Rocket. Things like this just add to the fun and excitement. You can do cute little Disney cruising ones. I've got some exciting magnets for this sailing that'll be Christmas themed, so I can't wait to share those. Another thing people can participate in, if you join, there are Facebook groups that are set up before you're sailing. You can join the Facebook group and participate in something called a fish extender gift exchange. There's also something called pixie dusting. So you can join a group if you don't want to commit to a bunch of gifts for different staterooms, where you basically just spread pixie dust throughout the cruise. So we have a fish extender. I'm going to grab it here real quick. And that I usually hang outside the door. We are not participating this sailing in the fish extender exchange, but we do pixie dusting. And so this will go on our the hook outside of our door. And this is something fun. I see a lot of questions for first timers about how do I do that? What do I do? So you can find your sailing date on Facebook and just join in the fun. Got to do it kind of in advance of sailing. You don't want to be doing that right up before your ship is set to leave the port or anything, but that's something that's very fun. So door decor definitely adds to your cruise experience. Something new to Disney Cruise Line, or relatively new, are the Magic Band Pluses. So we already have, because we go to the parks, we already have, each of us have a Magic Band Plus. These can be worn on, I think, most of the ships now. The Dream, it either is just getting ready to start or has started very, very recently. So we will bring these along and get them activated so we can tap into our door, things like that. We wore them on the Wish, and we have kind of mixed reviews about it. But if you've got a plus, you can certainly bring it along. I think you could even purchase them ahead of your sailing and have them shipped to your home. I think the reviews are a little mixed on whether it's worth the money or not. For us, we already have them. It's going to add to the fun, so we're going to bring those along. First-time cruisers do not get a lanyard on board. If you are a Castaway member, you will get a lanyard as part of your stateroom gift. So you can find cruise-themed lanyards. These are ones that we got when we sailed on a different cruise line. I bought them ahead of time on Amazon, but it's a really good idea to have a lanyard for what's called your Key to the World card. So you're going to get a little card outside your stateroom door when you embark the ship. And it's great to have a lanyard. You can just tuck it in there and go. You need your Key to the World to charge in the shops, to get on off the ship. So it's just nice to have something that keeps it kind of in one place, if you will. If you've got kiddos, you can put them in yours if you don't want them to have a separate lanyard. But something to think about if you haven't sailed before. Return cruisers, you're gonna get another lanyard, so whether you wanna pack a different kind. Tim likes to wear his Miami Dolphins lanyard that he has regardless of our sailing, but you certainly can do that. So in keeping with other things that go with lanyards, some stateroom must-haves for us are these. We have magnetic hooks. We bring them on all of our sailings. These are really great. The walls inside of the staterooms are magnetic, so you can stick a bunch of these magnetic hooks on. You can put hats, you can put swimsuits, you can put the lanyards, lots of different uses for these. So I typically bring a box of these every time we sail and put them where we need them to be. That's a really good thing to have in the stateroom. Another thing I like to pack is clothespins. So in the showers, there is a clothesline. And if you're like us, a family of 4, if you've gone swimming or been at Castaway all day, you're gonna have wet swimwear. So it's helpful to have these just to kind of give a little bit more space for the clothesline itself. So that's a nice thing to throw in from a stateroom standpoint. Another good thing to have is a USB extender, because there are just a few outlets in these staterooms. So if you're like us and you have a lot of devices, you want to have an outlet extender that you can plug in all your different devices and keep it kind of condensed all in one space. And really make use of the few outlets that are available for you. A common question when sailing on any cruise line is laundry. So Disney Cruise Line does offer guest laundry services, meaning you can do a send out or you can go use the machines and launder your own clothes. So I usually throw in some dryer sheets and some pods just in case. I haven't done laundry that many times throughout our sailings, but I like having the option just in case. You never know when that opportunity may need to come up where you want to throw some things in. The ships all have laundry services available. The Wish has a great big, huge, beautiful laundry room, but the Dream, the Fantasy, they have nice little laundry areas. They've got iron and ironing board access. You can buy detergent there, and everything's chargeable on Key to the World card. as well. So definitely when you're sailing with your kiddos, like we are, good to know that laundry services are an option. All right, let's talk snacks. So Disney allows you to carry on prepackaged, factory sealed items. You can put them in your carry-on like we typically do. They can go in your luggage. You just cannot put any like liquids. You can't put a case of soda in your luggage or anything like that. So I usually pre-buy like some movie theater candy because the kids, well, and we do too, like to snack a little bit during showtime. We tend to do late dining, and so we like to get popcorn and have a little bit of snacky things during showtime. Popcorn, like I said, definitely a must on a Disney cruise ship. So I recommend purchasing a popcorn bucket on the first night because it's refillable. Refills are like $1.50. And who doesn't like popcorn during a showtime? And you can get it for the movie theater as well as the main theater itself. So I have read, and we've never done this, but you can bring a bucket from like the parks or from a previous sailing and still get your refills. We usually just tend to buy a new bucket whenever we sail. So definitely something that's worth investing in that first night of the cruise. So it will save you a little bit of money. So we would like to bring snacks to save a little bit of money. They do sell snacks. You can go to Preludes before showtime and get yourself a box of Reese's Pieces if you want to for a couple of dollars. I've seen Kit Kat bars and full-size candy bars there as well. This is just a tip to try to save a little bit of money ahead of the sailing. All right, drinks. Non-alcoholic drinks like soda, juice, coffee, tea are all included with your cruise fare. And so what that means is you can go to the beverage stations and fill up your cup and take it wherever you want to go and not have to pay extra for soda. So it's a huge perk for Disney. So I like to bring like some reusable cups for us. I've got my DVC Christmas just because of the kind of sailing we're about to go on. I'm going to bring this special cup with me. But you can run up to the pool deck, fill up your cups, take them with you, take them back to your stateroom. It's a really nice perk. I also like to bring, this is our trusty water bottle. This has been everywhere with us. This thing has been so beat up, a very worthwhile investment, but it keeps ice for a long time. I love to take this with us when we go to the beach or just around the ship in general. So we always have some cold water with us as well. So you can get your ice and you can refill your water bottle. They also have some water bottle refill stations too. So definitely a perk and something to think about. So it's a really good idea to have a beach bag or a backpack, especially if you are on a cruise that's gonna stop at Castaway Cay, so you can grab your towels, head out and find your spot. I love this bag. It's called a KISS bag, which KYSS, which stands for Keep Your Stuff Safe. I invested in this several years ago. I see lots of questions like on the Facebook site about how do I keep my things safe when I want to go out to the beach and all of us want to go together, nobody wants to watch our stuff. This is a locking bag and it comes with a chain basically. And I will put any of our items like our IDs and things like that, our electronics in here, and this chain can be roped around like the chair or the umbrella base, and this bag's not going anywhere. So I feel like this is a worthwhile investment from several years ago, and it's just a great bag. It has a lot of pocket space. I can pack a lot of things in it as well. So if you are looking for ideas and you're worried like we are about electronics and things like that, this would be a good solution to try to keep your things all in one place, and you don't have to be concerned about people walking away with your stuff. Now, if you have watched any of our previous vlogs, I have shared how I've got motion sickness issues. I have tried everything that there is under the sun through the years of our cruising. Some cruises, there hasn't been any issue with motions, but I've lost a few days, especially sea days in the past before I found the relief band. And this really has been a game changer for me. This is basically an electronic band that sends pulsations through the wrist, and it helps cut down on the nausea and just that motion feeling. If you know what I'm talking about, if you're prone to motion sickness, you know what I mean with that feeling that you get. So I am able to wear this and have little to no issues. I mean, I can tell that the ship is rocking if we're really hitting a lot of motion, but I have not, knock on wood, had any lost days on a cruise ship since I invested in a relief band. I also like these little ginger chews. So sometimes when things are rocky, especially like the first night out on a sailing, we're booking it out of the port or whatnot, sometimes I'll pop a couple of these, especially like before bedtime. And it just helps kind of take away any of that sour taste that sometimes comes when you're feeling just a little bit off. So if I've got this and my relief band, I tend to do very well. You have to find what works for you if you're prone to motion sickness. A lot of people swear by the Bo9 that they have it on the ship even at medical. Other people are fans of Dramamine, the scopolamine patches. So just try to find something that works for you. But if you're like me and you've tried it all and you have yet to try the relief band, I would definitely recommend investing in one. What is a Disney cruise without Pirate Night? I mean, I think that's a pretty signature thing. So for us, we are all about Pirate Night. We love the fireworks. So this is one of the fun things, like I said before, about planning and ahead of time for your cruise is you can find so many cute items. I do a lot of Etsy scouring. I've gotten some cute things off of Amazon as well. This is an Etsy find. So we will be wearing these for this sailing on Pirate Night. We can't wait to share that. But definitely think about bringing some themed attire. It's very fun. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go to the party stores and get the pirate swords and eye patches if you want to. There's gonna be any degree of dress up on any given night of a Disney cruise, but definitely Pirate Night. You see adults having just as much fun as the kids, so it's worth putting a little bit of effort into finding some pirate gear before you're sailing. You know your vacation is coming when you get one of these from Disney Cruise Line. So used to be Disney would send like a booklet that had your itinerary in it. It was really neat. It was a great souvenir. Nowadays they send this little mailer and it's got luggage tags in it. So definitely be sure to hang on to this. If you don't get it before you're sailing, don't worry. The porters will have blank tags. It's happened to us before. They can put your stateroom number on it and get it to your room, no problem. So we like to set this aside when it comes, and we try to keep all of our travel documents organized in one container. It just makes things easier at the port. You've got to show your boarding pass so many times. You need your passports or birth certificates, however you're traveling with your party. So having everything in one contained area and one person designated to hang on to this is gonna be a really helpful thing. Got this at Target in the dollar spot for like $2 or $3, and it's just too cute not to have. So definitely worth adding that to your cruise packing list.
All right, before I get into a review of some of the features on the Level 8 suitcase set that we got, did want to mention a few things we forgot to mention in my dearest things to pack. And these are kind of important too, particularly if you got a lot of electronics. You are limited, there's only a certain amount of USB hubs in the room. So I always bring just a USB hub port that has, I mean, you know, they've got even fancy ones with the USB, what is it, C, lightning bolts, whatever. So this is just straight USB, and that takes care of most of my needs. Perfectly legal. What is not legal, and this is some confusion, what is not legal is an electronic surge protector strip. You can't take that. You can't take, though, a cube extender, which I have. Don't have it with me right here now, but I will put a little bit of a shot what I mean. But they make them also with 120 volts as well as USB hubs as well. Another thing, because you always have at least one, I believe, some of the ships maybe more, at least one European voltage socket that you can get a converter and then have a 120 as well as a USB hub component there too. So those are three things actually that are very important. Again, electric surge protectors, no. USB hubs, okay. Electronic cube extenders, fine, no problem, okay? So let's take a look. I'm excited. This is a Level 8 luggage set that we got. All right, so first thing I'm gonna review a little bit of the 28-inch one, the check-in luggage. And one of the things that is really kind of impressive here that I'm gonna show is this handle, which kind of pushes down and comes up, okay? And it does look like it's pretty easy to maneuver here, which is one of the things that it sort of sells on, is sort of ergonomic, well-placed handle. And that looks pretty cool. So that's something that is really neat about this luggage set. And all of the handles on the set come with this push down, lift up, okay? Easy retractor and lifter. So that's pretty cool. As well as your normal straps. Now the other thing I'm going to show here is what's cool is these come also with a already lock on them. You can see here, and then I'll show you what came with the actual carry-on. But the lock, easy to set. All you do is push this down. That resets normally 00 is what it comes at, 000. Push that down, resets it, then you can make whatever you want as far as your key goes, or as far as your lock goes. So you can see here, these just fit right in here, just like so, and bam. Now this isn't locked, but because I haven't set it yet, there you go, boom. So that's already locked up luggage ready for you to go. So now let me show you the 20-inch. I'm not going to show the 24 because basically it's the same thing as the 28, same features, a lock that you can set. But what's cool about the 20-inch carry-on, okay, and I'm going to show the wheels on this one too because it's really a lot easier to show this and maneuver it. But same kind of push up, okay, or push down lever up and down for the handle. Same comes with the exact same locks. Okay, so you got a lock actually that you can put on any one of these, I guess, if you're worried about potentially somebody getting into your luggage or locking it. Comes at least with one of those, so that's a possibility. But again, it already comes with a lock, so I'm not really sure how much more you need of that, but anyway, it's there. Let me just show you the wheels on this. So here are the cool wheels that basically swivel around. Pretty solid, okay? And look like they've kind of, would roll pretty easily. Again, I love the swivel action. Well, a lot of suitcases have that now, but that's a nice feature. But let me show you what's really cool. Well, let me open up the inside first, and then I'll show you what's really cool about this. See, here's the inside, again, with a carry pocket, an extra sort of strap here that can basically put things in, and then another connector here that you can stick things on. Over here is pretty standard, what you're going to find in most carry-on luggages. Here's your zipper with, covering another compartment right there. But that's not the coolest feature. Let me show you what that is. All right, so the coolest feature actually of the 20-inch carry-on comes in the front because it has an electronic case. I already got I can fit, this is a 13-inch, but it clearly, I can see it's big enough, it fit even a 16-inch Mac or computer. So I have that, fits real nicely in there, so pretty deep pockets. Has one you actually could probably fit your phone as well as your notebook, okay? Nice little luggage here, right here. And then I have just my battery. And also I was thinking, I could put even just some extra batteries in here just in case I don't want to dig into my bag to carry on. Because up to this point, I've always had to, up to this point, carry on my bag to carry all this stuff on, which makes it kind of heavy. But this is a pretty nice, easy roll-on option. Put your computer in it, put a little electronics that you may need on the cruise right away. The other stuff you pack in your nice little camera bag or whatever you got, and off you go. So I thought that was a pretty cool need. Again, has all the same features that the 24. The 24. I didn't show that, but all the same features are the same. So that is the Level 8 series set that we got. We're excited to basically take it on our cruise, which is going to be coming up very shortly. So that said, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and the next time we're going to see you is actually going to be a first too. Day 0, our pre-cruise day, because man, we got a fun-filled day coming up this weekend. So this will come up, and then after that will be our cruise series, embarkation day, all sorts. But first, we've got a really cool from Fort Lauderdale day planned to just kind of bring you along. So that said, again, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell as it does help our channel. We are up for adventure, and as we always say, onward to our next adventure. See you in Fort Lauderdale.